All right, guys. So today I'm actually very excited because I received today in the mail a package. And that package right there is going to be what I'm hoping is going to be the controller that I've been looking for my Xbox One Guardian or Halo 5 Guardian Edition. Beautiful, beautiful console. But the controller, I have gone and I've actually ordered, this would be the fourth controller I've ordered. Hopefully, the seller on this one has not failed me like the previous sellers. So I'm hoping that this dude actually has come through, and this package right here is going to be what I'm looking for. Obviously, guys, as always, welcome to the man cave. Your boy Tiago here. I have been quite busy, as you can see. Ton of games that are coming. To add to what I already have going all the way across to the end, and sort of fulfilling the, I guess, the collection, if that's what you call it. But everything that you see here pretty much is more, my stuff. So let me go ahead and get this open, and let's see what an eBay seller. I don't know. I know I haven't had very much luck with a lot of these sellers, but I'm hoping that this guy didn't bullshit me. And oddly enough, I did not bring anything to cut this with. Of course, I wouldn't come freaking prepared. Let me see if I got. Oh, I do. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Got that close up there. All right, let's unbox this shit and see what we got. You guys are probably wondering what the hell's going on. Obviously, I don't have got my camera on the chest plate there. So we're going to open it up right now. And let's see what we got. Okay, I don't see a back. Oh, yeah. Okay, now let's move that to the side. Obviously, for those who know, the Halo 5 Guardian Edition Xbox One, there it is. Oh man, I'm super happy. Now, I did notice that this one doesn't have the back, which is okay because I have a ton of Xbox One controllers, the battery back there. But this is a pretty ass controller. I love that it's just, the colors on it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Now, the question isn't whether it's cool. The question is whether it works, right? Or whether it actually turns on. So let me grab some batteries. We're going to grab some batteries out of here. Let's take it out of this controller here and see if we can get this to at least turn on. Because that's like the biggest part of the battle here. And you can see that it is flashing, so it is looking. And I will get the Xbox One S set up, and that is pretty. That is a very Very pretty controller. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and set this up. I'm going to get this Xbox right here set up. I have a external display that I'm going to go ahead and connect the Xbox to. I'm going to try to get this Bluetooth over to this. Double check, make sure it actually works. The buttons work and everything like that. And right now, I mean, it feels good. D-pad feels good. Everything feels good. Bumpers feel good. And the buttons feel good. But let's see if it actually works. Connecting it to this bad boy right here. And hopefully it will and I didn't get duped. Alright guys, I am back. Controller is on. It is actually good to go. I am pretty much, you can see it as I move it, you know what I mean? Pretty much I'm happy with, you know, this purchase, because it's definitely a long time. So you can see right here, you know what I mean? Definitely happy that I was able to get this controller, and it is, yeah. Right now I got, what is this, that High on Life game downloading. But yeah, man, this is, man. Now I was able to put one of these extra battery backs to them. Works perfectly. This is actually one for one of those battery charging ones, but it's good to keep your battery in there, protects it, you know what I mean? But everything else right now works perfect. RoboCop is such a good game, guys. If you haven't played RoboCop, you should go try that out. But yeah, man, everything is working. All the buttons actually work. Everything looks good. You can see everything is just, working as it should. Everything is moving. Resident Evil 3, another really good game. See what the Game Pass has. There we go. And, the crazy part about this, guys, is that, like I said, I've tried, this is actually like the fourth one I've tried ordering. And there was a lot of people, obviously they tell you, when it comes to controllers, you sort of get what you get, right? You get what you pay for. But, I'll be honest with you. If you're going to order something online and somebody specifies that, let's give you an example. This one didn't have the back cover for the battery. And they say, well, this one, the controller comes, it works, everything is good. It just doesn't have the battery cover. You would assume that getting the controller, when you use it and you move things around, everything's, it just moves, right? Everything's going to work. Buttons are going to, when you press buttons, it's going to play, it's going to do what it needs to do. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. If it doesn't work, you know what I mean, and it doesn't move, then there's a problem. Clearly there's a problem. You know what I mean? So for me, it's important that when you try to buy anything, when it comes to video games, when it comes to consoles, and stuff like that, as a reseller, guys, everyone who's out there, be honest. Be honest with the product that you're selling. You know what I mean? Because there's people out there who are literally just trying to buy, a console, a retro console, a newer console, controllers, accessories, games, games and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And, they're not professionals. These are guys that, they're work their 9 to 5s, and, sometimes they just want to come home and chill and basically, pick up, play some video games. And to be quite frank, I've come across this many, many times. You know what I mean? Where someone purchases, a gaming console, doesn't have the controller, then they go looking for the controller, they get a controller, and then the controller itself, either A, doesn't work. You know what I mean? There's probably, cosmetic issues, when they say that the controller's in good condition. This one, I'll be honest, is in very good condition. You know what I mean? But this right here is what I was looking for this console, so I can put it together. I can finally say, hey, I got the controller for the console. Something now that I'll be able to, take out from storage and put it in my collection out here, and display it so you guys can see it all, in its full glory. I am a person, if you look at a lot of the consoles that I have here, a lot of them come with their controllers. You know what I mean? Because the way I look at it, you don't want to take something like, the Xbox One X 2K edition, which has the controller. You could tell it's the controller with the specs that it's on here, those little speckles. Same thing on a controller or on a console itself. You know what I mean? And, you don't want, for me, I don't want, a controller that doesn't go with that console. The same thing that I can say with my Xbox One Elite. You know what I mean? If you're going to have a controller that is like this, you can see the Xbox One Elite, carrying case back here. But, you want the actual controller. You know what I mean? The only controllers that I have right now that I've decided to mix up is the one for my PS5, because I have the black one, and then I have the blue one over there, which I had a gentleman, and I don't think I've put this on a video, but, actually I did put it on a video, where he claimed that that was a bootleg controller. And clearly he didn't know what the hell he was talking about. But anyways, again, when you go and you buy into stuff like this, you definitely want to be able to, look at the console, which is a beautiful, console, and, say, hey, you know what? Now I have the controller that actually goes with the console, and this is something that you can display proudly. You know what I mean? And that's basically what I wanted. I'm very happy with the controller itself. Everything works on it. I'm actually going to let that High on Life actually download and install, because I was actually thinking of actually playing that game. But like I've said this before, every one of my consoles have a different game that I've either installed or have a disc already available for it, because every one of my consoles I want to be able to play a different game. This one's got the High on Life. My Xbox One Elite has the BioShock 1, 2, and 3. My Xbox 360 has, I think this one's Diablo. My PS3 has the game Fear 2 on it. And right now I got Need for Speed on the GameCube. And one of my favorite games, and I say this in all my videos, one of my favorite games as far as sports is concerned, MLB The Show. This one's 2024. And, and then on the Xbox, I think on that one, I just put in the X-Men Legends to literally test it and make sure that the game actually worked. And that worked beautifully. But overall, guys, again, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, the unboxing for is because the last 3 controllers I ordered, I opened the box up, everything looked decent, but the controller was not exactly how it was sort of written on the seller's page. They said, everything's good on it, there's no issues, it's been tested, and then like 2 of the controls had really bad stick drift on it. The other controller had, the buttons, you like press the button, it'd like stick, and I don't want none of that, because I'm a reseller myself, and I would not want to ever sell somebody to something to somebody that doesn't work. You know what I mean? And basically, put, a bad name on my business. And as I say that, guys, go check out my store, Tiago's Gamers Club, on eBay. Pretty much everything that you see pretty much here, all the way around, games, consoles, collectibles, all of this stuff right here and stuff like that, all of it, all of it is, available on the store. I got a couple of other things, I got a bunch of, there was another Xbox One right there. I got one, two, three, four, five, PS3s down there, PS3, PS4 Pro with the VR and a PS4 regular. And then, my Project Scorpio, Xbox One X, which is not going to go nowhere. My original Xbox over there. I ended up picking up, believe it or not, guys, at one of my visits where I actually picked up all these games right here. And there's a pretty good stack right there, but I ended up picking up that Mickey Mouse right there. And believe it or not, that's a 1970s Mickey Mouse piggy bank, which is pretty cool. That Spider-Man and that Incredible Hulk sitting up there is actually from 2003 and 2004. Again, I love picking up stuff like that. I love picking up stuff that brings, that nostalgic feel to my game room. As you can tell, there's some stuff over there as well. The two helmets, I got one up there, Superman plush, also a little Incredible Hulk plush, and a bunch of Superman figures on top over there. So there's like a lot of things that, I collect, a lot of things that I, like to look for. And it's just a lot of craziness, man, that I got going on right here. Again, a lot of people think I'm an addict, like I'm addicted to video games. I really am not. I love playing video games. I love testing them. I love the nostalgic it brings into my life. The way it makes me feel, I don't have any, for me, it makes me feel just at home. It brings down, that day. Like if I'm having a really bad day, it just gives me that comfort. And it allows me to wind down, which that's what pretty much video games should do, right? But to get this controller, I actually got that, the package, yesterday morning, but I had a lot of stuff I had to do throughout the business. And I decided to do it right now. Listen, I will send out a shout out via the email on eBay for the reseller, because this right here is exactly what I've been looking for, which is the controller for that console. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited to have finally completed this console, and be able to say that I'm gonna be able to put that out on display with the controller. And I'm excited for that, man. I'm really, really excited for that. But as always, guys, I appreciate you guys giving me the time, to talk to you guys about some of the stuff that I pick up, some of the stuff that I go out and do. The journey is serious, guys. I love doing what I do. I love putting myself in that position, to be able to go out there and have a hell of a time, looking at some of the stuff that I'll be able to, pick up. And, I don't stop, guys. I don't stop. At the end of the day, this is pretty much business. This is what I do constantly. That was pretty cool. And the Diablo don't look half bad on a 360, which is pretty cool because it's such an old game or old system. And then, but again, trying to, I don't know, just trying to, bring, my journey, to you guys, and just give you guys sort of an idea of what it is to go out there and, bring, collectibles, and bring, a lot of retro style games, retro style, collectibles, consoles, so on and so forth, into your home, and, open up, that door for those out there who want to collect, or for those out there who, are deciding on wanting to get into reselling and what they can do, to get started and to move. Keep in mind that I say this a lot, because a lot of people have brought it up to my attention, but a lot of the stuff that you see here, literally was, all sort of started up with a $10 bill, and, it's what you look for. I love this game, guys. I love this fucking game. Looks sharp, looks beautiful, plays great. I'm a baseball fan, so, definitely love it. But, to be able to sort of bring all of this to you guys, man, it's a pleasure for me to be able to do that. And guys, I'm not going to keep rambling on. I am actually going to let this High End Life install. I'm going to give that a little run, make sure that this bad boy actually works. And, I'm going to probably in the next couple of days, I'll have that displayed along with, every one of my other consoles and stuff like that I have up here. This game actually looks amazing. I gotta really play this game. But, yeah, guys, as always, I appreciate you guys giving me some time. As always, you're more than welcome to come to the man cave at any point. And, we could talk some shit while we're in here. Overall, guys, don't forget, guys, like, share, subscribe, guys. Keep in mind that it helps me out, but it also just, gives you, those notifications when I do post new videos, new finds, and stuff like that, unboxings and stuff like that I got going on. As always, make sure that you guys, are kind, love, respect, care for one another. You guys know that in this world today, we definitely need that. And always, guys, always, no matter how you look at things, no matter how bad, life, can get, just remember, guys, God is good. God is always good, guys. And remember, keep your game on.